Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. I created this bedtime yoga sequence because I wanted something that I could do really quickly before bedtime that would really help me wind down and relax so that I could fall asleep faster because sometimes I struggle to fall asleep. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And what you can do is you can start in easy pose and just feel where you're at. This is one of the most important things about yoga is just noticing where you're at and feeling how you feel and just being aware of that. Next, let's actually work on releasing some of the tension that we might have been holding in our neck and shoulders. And we do that by doing neck releases. So we start by inhaling our arms up to the sky, stretch up, exhale hands to our heart. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, listen for the change. And go ahead and bring both of your arms down by your sides. So go ahead and stretch your left arm down to the floor as if your fingers were trying to reach for the mat. And then you're going to bend your head towards your right side as if you were trying to reach your right ear to your right shoulder. With your right hand, you can place it on top of your left ear and apply some gentle pressure. And just breathe here. Now, go ahead and release. We're going to do the opposite side so that your right hand is stretched out down, fingers reaching for the floor, while your left ear is reaching for your left shoulder. Your left hand can actually rest on your head to apply some pressure, but be very gentle here. And breathe. Go ahead and release that and come back to center. One way to really relax and let our nervous system relax is by massaging your vagus nerve. And you can do that by massaging the back of your neck. So just go ahead and play a little bit by massaging the back of your neck. And enjoy, just feel what you're feeling. And since we're already massaging the back of our neck, why don't we go ahead and massage our feet? So go ahead and just play with your feet a little bit. Just play with your right foot, massage it. Enjoy the feeling of touch and being touched. And go ahead and switch feet so that you're now massaging your left foot. And now that you've massaged your feet and you've massaged the back of your neck, let's go ahead and get started. So with your left knee bent and your left foot right by your crotch, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out our right leg off to the side as much as you can. Remember, it's not about how far you can go, but the inner experience of the yoga pose. So just stretch out your leg and lift your hands up on an inhale. And then you're going to hinge at the hips and you're going to fold forward as far as you can go. Go ahead and use a strap like I'm doing here. I really enjoy using straps because they help me reach deeper into forward fold, since these can be challenging for me. And just breathe. The goal here is for your forehead to get as close to your knee as possible. Go ahead and come up on an inhale. So let's go ahead and switch legs. Bring your right foot next to your crotch and extend your left leg out. And just like we did before, hands up on an inhale, exhale, fold forward. Again, the goal is for your forehead to reach for your knee. And if you need a strap to do that, then more power to you. Just go ahead and breathe. And the thing about forward folds, think of it as sitting with yourself. It's a pose that invites you to look deep inside versus being open to the outside. So just feel how you feel and continue breathing here. Inhale to come back up, and go ahead and stretch out your right leg again so that your legs are spread open as much as you can. And with your peace fingers, you're going to go ahead and grab your toes on each foot, and you're going to use your fingers to pull yourself into another forward fold. And breathe. Inhale to come up. And go ahead and help your legs by bringing them back into easy pose. Just sit here for a second. Notice if your breathing has gotten deeper. Maybe it hasn't, and that's okay. But let's go ahead and meet in tabletop position so that your wrists are under your shoulders, your back is straight, and your knees are under your hips. Now let's go ahead and do some cat-cows. Inhale, curve your spine down, Open your chest. Exhale, curve your spine up. Inhale, go back into cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, curve your spine. Just do a few more of these at your own pace. And the next time you are in cat position, go ahead and come back to tabletop. And from here, we're going to go ahead and go into puppy pose. So with your legs the way they are right now, you're going to walk your hands forward and just keep walking your hands towards the front of the mat until your chest is on the floor, making sure that your legs stay in the same position. Bring your forehead to the ground and just move your head from side to side to stimulate your third eye by applying pressure on the forehead on the mat. And just breathe here. Go ahead and come back into a tabletop position. And next, you want to touch your toes to each other and bring your sit bones to sit on your heels. And then go ahead and forward fold again into a child's pose. And shake your head from one side to the other very carefully, very slowly. Do that a couple times, again applying pressure on your third eye. And then just relax here for a few breaths. And from child's pose, go ahead and come lay dying on your mat face down. And once you're in position, let's go ahead and come into crocodile pose. So what you're going to do here is lift your head and chest slightly, and you want to slide your arms back towards the body to bring the elbows in front of your shoulders. Open your legs wide apart, roll your heels in, and lift your chest a little more as you bend the forearms in towards each other, cupping each elbow in a palm. Now go ahead and tuck your chin into the throat while you rest your forehead on your forearms. And just breathe here. While still laying on the mat on your belly, go ahead and bring your legs together and stretch your arms to the sides. And from here, we're going to go ahead and open our chest. So what you want to do is you want to, while keeping your right arm stretched out, you want to use your left arm and your left hand to push yourself onto your side so that you're laying on your right hand side. What you're going to do is you place your left foot on the floor and just breathe here. Go ahead and release and come back on your belly. And we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So that this time, with your left arm stretched out, you're going to use your right hand to prop yourself on your left hand side. And you're going to bend your right leg and place your right foot on the mat. And just breathe. And release. Go ahead and come on your back now and bend your knees and bring your heels as close to your sit bones as possible. Hang on to your heels with each hand, tuck your shoulders under your chest, and lift your hips into a bridge pose. If you happen to have a block like I do, go ahead and place that under the small of your back so that you can rest here and release. If you don't have a block, you can actually just bend your elbows and use your hands to support yourself. Just breathe here. Perfect. So now go ahead and release by removing the block and curling your spine so that when you're bringing your back down onto the mat, you're actually bringing your back down onto the mat one vertebra at a time. And now go ahead and find a wall near you and get your sit bones as close to the wall as possible. Lay back down on your back and go ahead and recline your legs so that your legs are resting on the wall and you can let go and release, just feeling the ground beneath you supporting you. And breathe. And go ahead and get up again and come back to your mat and lay on your back. Once you're on your back, bring your knees to your chest and hug them. You can sway from side to side here and just enjoy the sensation. And now, lift your hips a little bit towards the left side of the mat so that you can bring your knees down towards the right side of the mat into a supine twist. With your right hand, you can hold your knees down while your left hand stretches out to the left side of the mat, and you can also look over your left shoulder and breathe. Come back to center, hold both knees to your chest, and rock side to side. Let's go ahead and do the left side. So bring your hips slightly to the right, bring your knees down on the left side of the mat. You can hold your knees down with your left hand while you stretch your right arm and look over your right shoulder and breathe. Come back to center and hold your knees to your chest one last time. And finally, release your legs. Spread them open as wide as the yoga mat. Open your chest. And enjoy this last pose of the sequence, Savasana. You can stay here for as long as you want. And I want to thank you so much for joining me and for practicing with me. I hope you have sweet dreams and a very, very relaxing night. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more content like this. Thank you and take care.